think I'll answer your question. I'm ready to answer your question.
Which era was it?
What?
Which era was so great?
Here's the thing that you guys are forgetting. America was actually one of the slavery was all over the world. All over the world. America was. I'm not saying it's okay. So why are you saying oh?
Amen.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. So guys, during Donald Trump campaign period, he was using slogan "Make America Great Again," and majority of Black Americans and white Americans, they were asking themselves, when was America ever great? And also guys, I want you to tell me on the comment section, when was America great? Because right now we have seen majority of the white people and also majority of the black people, for those who voted in for Donald Trump, life it has changed in America. Life it has become more difficult than how it is. And also majority of them, they have come out and wonder, is this how to make America great again? In today's video, I want us to watch these compilation videos from Americans. They are coming out and asking themselves, when was America ever great? So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment.
America was one of the first countries.
I want to like you so bad.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Smart. I want to like you so much.
I can't answer the question.
I want to hear you. I want to be able to hear them. I want to be able to hear them.
If I can't answer the question and you're just going to boo when I say slavery was all over the world, which is
America great again. My comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them.
So what she was trying to say and did say eventually is that America was one of the first countries to, she said, free our ancestors. Nope, it was one of the last. So it's just revisionist history. And then the question is, why? Why are you doing revisionist history?
Because that money is real nice, right?
No, I want an answer to that, because that's your slogan, make America great again. When was America great for you?
Okay. That is, American great is our freedom.
Freedom, your freedom? Or all of our freedom?
Everybody's freedom.
Everybody's freedom. So yes. When was America great for all of us?
When our forefathers.
Forefathers, the ones that own people?
No.
Which ones?
You have to look at the history. You got to look at the history.
I am. I'm asking you, which for? George Washington owned 300 people and went after a few of them for running away. They signed a constitution that made black people, enslaved black people, 3/5 of a human being. I don't think it was great then, if you're asking me, a black woman.
Right, but you have to understand
what
our history to get where we are today. What's happening is our media.
No, Jackie, because again, if you can't walk me through the greatness of America and how you want to restore it to a place where it was great before, your whole argument falls apart. So walk me through when America was great.
Okay, so America has been great forever. Now the problem is the people.
For who though? No, I can't wait, because you need to answer the question. And again, you call up, and I'm glad, Mississippi. I love the state. You're a Trump supporter, which I want to get into the reasons behind that. But it's all around this freedom thing and this greatness thing, and we need to settle on what that looks like for you. And for me, and then for all of us, because if it's not going to be great for all of us, then it's not great for any of us, Jackie.
Well, my question is, why don't you think it's great? Because I've grown up, and No.
You answer my question first, please.
Okay. So you're asking me when it was great. It's been great. It has been great.
It has been great. So slavery was great. Trail of Tears was great. The Chinese Exclusion Act, great. The Japanese internment, great. That was great. Jim Crow was great. Back of the bus, colors only water fountains. Let me see. Brown versus Board of Ed. Oh, the throwing of tomatoes at little girls, the bombing of a church with little girls in it. That was great. The hanging of hundreds and thousands of black people, burning down towns in the 1920s, the draft riots in New York because of people having to fight for freedom. Freedom is liberty is everything, right? Liberty is everything. That was a great America to you?
Okay.
Okay. You can't just say, okay, was it great or not?
It's people that make it bad.
People make it bad. Yes, racist people, horrible people, genocidal people make it bad. You're absolutely right.
It's all about people. People that...
America became great when the Founding Fathers put pen on paper in 1776 and decided to build a country based on laws.
Right.
That was greatness.
That was awesome. Yeah. Other than the slavery, obviously, that was terrible. And
we did have that. Yeah, we did have that and the Indian thing, right?
That was terrible. And the women's voting thing. But other than that, that was awesome.
A few hiccups along the way, you know. Like they say, nobody made it to the top without breaking a few pieces of china. That wasn't an insult, by the way.
When was America last great?
For me, I would say the turning point for our country was 1913, when we passed the 17th Amendment. And what's
so like back when like women couldn't vote?
Yeah, back up, but again, let's go back.
That's kind of your sweet spot right there.
Absolutely.
What year was America great?
When it was founded.
Except for the slavery stuff.
Except for the slavery stuff, you know?
I think we were probably our strongest immediately post-World War II.
So around the 1950s?
Yeah, mid-40s, 50s.
I mean, I think the 50s was great other than, segregation and women's rights.
Look, we could sit here and paint negative faces of all times in America.
Correct.
Make America great again. It's been his mantra since he's run in 2015. What does that mean? What is again? When was America great?
Well, that question right there says everything that I need to know about you, that you don't really think America was ever great at any time. I think America was great. The spirit, the whole purpose for America was about the American spirit, coming here and making something for yourself and having the opportunity to do that for yourself, to work hard. And that's what America is all about. So the people that hate America will always say, well, when was it ever great? It's just not a very good attitude to have, in my opinion.
And when was that lost in your estimation?
I think a lot of it was lost when the Federal Reserve took over the money system. We need to go back to a gold and silver-backed system where currency it counts.
Make America great again. What does that mean to you? What's the again?
To me, the again means that we have somewhere safe where we can have those freedoms that we are so lucky to enjoy. There are so many people throughout the world that do not have what we have, and it is a blessing. That's why we have people that want to be here, and we will fully encompass all of that greatness again.
When did we last have it, if it's again?
I feel like we did have that when President Trump was in office. I feel like we can work with what he built on in the first presidency and make it even better.
When he was running in 2016, it was before he'd even been president, but he was still saying make it great again. Again from when?
That is a good question. I would say if I could guess, it would be, and I think that they're very politically lined up, would be maybe with JFK. And when he was president and what we embodied with some optimism and freedoms that we didn't have before and trying to find that.
When was America last great?
4 years ago, or 3 years ago.
Well, he was saying it before he got there. He was saying make it great again. So he didn't think. What did that message mean to you then?
I felt President Reagan was an excellent president too.
And nobody between Reagan and Trump.
I am not a Democrat, so.
Well, you had George Bush there, and you had George Bush's son.
He was right, yeah, but I still liked President Reagan.
You wrote, I have a whole video where I talk about when America was great. It's a value thing, not a time period thing. Well, I guess perspective is everything, right, my friend? See, I used to think just like this. I used to believe with my whole heart that the United States was and is the greatest and most free country on the planet. And if it hadn't been for the happy accident of me going to a seminary where in classes of 50 people, there were 3 white folks, I would definitely still think the same way. See, I was given the gift of learning from and being in relationship with people that experience life in this country from a very different vantage point than I do. And though it took me a really long time to believe their experience, much longer than I'd like to admit, I eventually did, which eventually led me to view United States history and present through the eyes of people that do not experience life in this country the way I do. That gift made it so that I had a very different vantage point on American values than the ones that I grew up with. Rather than believing that this country was and is the most free, the greatest country this world has ever seen, I began to see that the values at the core, at the foundation of this country, have nothing to do with freedom for all people. Coming to that realization was incredibly disruptive for me, but I'm so grateful for it because it finally taught me the value of the saying that the truth will set you free.
I've asked the question a million times, when was America great, right? Because make America great again. And I think I know when it was great again. So it would make sense that America was great between 2000 and 2004, because that's when George W. got an amazing economy from Clinton. And then, of course, while George W. was in office over those 8 years, his policies crashed the banking system, creating too big to fail. Then we get Obama, who spends 8 years getting the economy back on track. Then he gives the keys over to Trump, right? So from 2016 to 2020, because we're coming out of another Democrat that fixed another Republican's problems, we have a great economy again. So that's when America is great again, is during Trump's 2016 to 2020. Now, Trump triples the deficit, 27 trillion now versus 9. We hit a wall with COVID, shut down our economy for 2 years. Biden has to come in and now fix Trump's mess. And now he's running on making America great again, assuming going back to 2000, 2004 or 2016 to 2020. Both great times in our lives that came after 8 years of a Democrat. So what I see is that they should have waited another 4 years to pick up that 8-year economy that Biden or the Democrats would have fixed. And then they would have made America great again. But you're not going to be able to fix this problem or make it like it was before because nobody has solved those problems for you. So to go back to when it was great in 2016 or 2000, I just don't think it's going to happen because you didn't give the Democrats enough time to actually turn around what he did.
I'll tell you why America is the greatest country in the world and nobody else wants you to know this. But you can have absolutely no education, get into sales, let's say, make $100,000 per year, save up some money, buy a house, have that house paid off by the time you retire at 60 years old, and then you have enough money saved up and you have a paid off house that you can just live the rest of your life happily. And then at 63 years old, you get cancer. And because health insurance always has a way of getting out of paying for the major mega stuff, you will go bankrupt. And then you will lose your house because you can no longer afford to pay even the property taxes on your house.
Your candidate says, I want to make America great again. You tell me when America was great, and then you tell me, would you go back to wherever it was great as a black American? And it's got to be before 2016, my friend, because that's when he was saying that.
I think America was great when everyone was benefiting from economic prosperity.
No, not general, sir. I'm asking for a specific time. When was America great?
If you want to know when America was great, ask any immigrant who risked their lives to come here.
I really want to hear from
America is great.
I really want to hear from the black man on this, because the second part of my question is, would you go back to that time? When was America great?
America was great when everyone had equality and everyone was moving towards equality. That's when America was great.
What year was
that's
that,
when America was great. After the Civil Rights Movement, that's when America was great and making progress in change.
So let's say the late 1960s, you're saying as a black man, you would transport yourself back to the 1960s.
No, I think America was great when economically everyone was doing better. When we're making progress towards equality, that's when America was great. And
so the sum of the condition of America was when people had economic equality, and you think that was the 1960s?
No, I never said that was the 1960s. I said every.
So guys, I hope you have watched that compilation videos from Americans coming out and telling us when was America great, because during Donald Trump campaign period, he was using a slogan of MAGA, Make America Great Again. But right now, we are seeing America, things have changed, and majority of the Americans, they are coming out and telling us that America became great when the colonization ended, when the slavery to the black people ended, and also white people, they are coming out and saying America became great when they allowed women to vote. So what do you think, guys? Was America ever great? So kindly you can comment down on the comment section and you can give your thoughts. When do you think America became ever great? Because right now Donald Trump with his administration, it has made life in America more difficult, because we are seeing some videos of the white people, of the white MAGA, coming out and crying publicly because right now life, it is expensive. High cost, there is a high cost of living in United States. Majority of the Americans, they cannot even afford basic necessities. Majority of Americans also, they cannot even pay the hospital bills. So things have become more difficult in America than it was. This Donald Trump administration, majority of the black people, majority of the white people, they are regretting to vote in for Donald Trump. And that's why I've come out and try to see the views of the Americans, because these people, Donald Trump's slogan, it was Make America Great Again. But right now we are seeing people on the street, they are crying. Majority of them, they even protest last week on the street. They came out on the street protesting, telling Donald Trump that this is not how this is not how the country is being run. This is not how we expected you to run United States. So this tell you that right now America, it is not even good. Right now America, it is going down, and that's why majority of the Americans, they are regretting to vote for Donald Trump. This is to tell you that America right now, it is not that dream country anymore, because right now we have seen a majority of people that are being deported back to their country. Those illegal immigrants, they are being deported back to their country. While these people, they are being deported to their country, there is some jobs that these people, they were doing in America. They were helping these small kind of jobs to the farmers. These illegal immigrants, they were helping a lot to the farmers. These illegal immigrants, they were doing these small jobs that even the white people, they can't do. So by them being deported back to their country, it forced those farmers, American farmers, to hire their white people. And when these people, they are hiring their fellow white people, they can't pay them as how they were paying the illegal immigrants. So these farmers, it has forced them to pay higher amount of money to their fellow people to come and help them in the farms. So by doing that, it has made life of the farmers more difficult. And also we have seen people, they are losing jobs. Even the farmers, they are crying that they can't even sell their food, their stuffs. They can't sell them in the market, because also right now we are seeing there's a trade war which it is going on between America and China. China right now, they are exposing America's biggest brand, because the America biggest brand, it was like scamming the Americans, because these big brands, America big brands, they were buying like phones in China. They were buying electronic stuff from China. While they are coming to America, they are selling it at a higher price. So China, it has decided to expose United States, telling their citizens that you guys, you are being conned, because these big brands that you are buying their stuffs, they are coming here to our country. They are buying things at a cheaper price, but they are selling it in your country at a higher price. So these are some of the things which is going on, that majority of the Americans, they are even wondering, is this America great? Because Donald Trump, he promised to make America great, but it is like Donald Trump is making America great in hell. Yeah, it is like Donald Trump is making America great in hell, not America great in heaven. So this is tell you that America, it is falling. And how it is falling, it is because of the bad administration. And that's why majority of the Americans, they are coming out and say America became great when the black Americans, they are saying America became great when the slavery ended, and to the white people, they are saying America became great when the women they allowed the women to vote, so that they can have democracy, so that they can also have the views of the women when it comes to the election. So guys, what do you think? So today I want to ask this question to the Americans. What do you think, or when do you think that America became ever great to you? Kindly guys, you can write down on the comment section and tell me that America became great this year. America became great when this and this it was done, so that also we can get the views of the black Americans and the white Americans telling us when was America ever great. But for me, I can tell you that right now America, it is not great. Even those white Americans or the black Americans, they are moving out of America. Things have changed in America. Things have changed. Things have changed. Right now, America, it is for the rich people. If you are rich people, thus America, it is great for you. But if you are poor people in America, it is not great for you. So America right now, it is favoring the rich people. You can see the rich people, they are not crying in America. No, the rich people, they are very happy. And this administration, it is for the rich people. You can see the Donald Trump, he's hanging with the billionaires, the richest people in earth. You can see Elon Musk, we can see those Microsoft CEOs. Those are the ones who are running right now America. So they are making the life of the poor people very difficult, but they are making the life of the billionaires themselves to be very comfortable. So kindly guys, I don't want to talk too much. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye guys.